I guess we are live. Hello everyone. Welcome back to GeeksforGeeks Python channel. Hello everyone. Am I audible? Can you confirm me whether am I audible or not? And yes, I hope everything is fine and I'm audible. Okay, if not, let me know. And let's get started. So before starting, let me tell me about myself. Okay, so myself Vamsi Bheemreddy, currently working as an associate software engineer at SNNS Hyderabad. Okay, I'm in 2021 undergrad passed out from G. Engineering College, Andhra Pradesh. So coming to this particular video, and this is like this video is part of Python interview preparation course, and it is going to be on OOPS, object oriented programming. Okay, we'll see what it is. Before that, I just wanted to tell you about this entire series of videos. So this series is started with the aim of provide and once up a solution for the freshers who are appearing or preparing for the interviews, like some MNC interviews. So yeah, that's pretty much, and I guess purely it is going to be for freshers. And if you're an experienced guy, so companies expect you to know some development using Python. Okay, so either Django or Flask kind of stuff. So now this particular course is, as of now, it's an introductory or fundamental, but going ahead it is going to be a full-fledged course on Python, where we will be discussing about date DS and the DSA as well. Okay, so till now we are done with fundamentals of programming of using Python. Then we came to the level 2. Okay, so level 1 for any programming language is going to be fundamentals. Okay, then a level 2 is going to be OOPS. Then a level 3 is going to be data structures, and a level 4 is going to be algorithms and problem solving. Okay, so currently we are at a level 2. Okay, where we are discussing about OOPS concepts. So why we need OOPS concepts? Okay, so what is this OOPS concepts at all? So if you are having an interviews, and if you are a fresher, and you are aiming for the companies with the range of, okay, for OOPS concepts, there is no particular range. Okay, so if you are a fresher who is aiming for TCS, CTS, and any company, and like Amazon, Google, Goldman Sachs, any kind of Morgan Stanley, any kind of company, irrespective of the company, you can expect OOPS questions in an interview. Okay, be it object oriented design. Okay, if you are having an interviews like Amazon, Google, or kind of things, then you might be asked OOD, object oriented design. So what is this OOD? So basically, like you will be given a project kind of thing. Okay, there you need to represent everything in the form of objects and classes. Okay, then you need to design the system, how it is going to work, and how you are going to interact with the services, and how you are going to complete the project, like where like you need to give an overview. Okay, this is what I have and this is how it works. Okay, so sir, patterns please. Yep. So actually actually the session was scheduled on Saturday, but team was off, okay, on Saturday. So this session got cancelled. So but I am just going in a structured way. So yep, will definitely let you know, okay, when we will be discussing patterns for sure. Okay, So as of now, maybe after oops, I guess. Okay, maybe after oops only. So because we started this and we need to finish that, like patterns is something off of the topics. Okay, so for sure, okay, we are gonna discuss patterns for sure, but not sure when. Okay, so maybe a week later. So I'm planning to finish these oops concepts in this particular week. Maybe you can expect on Saturday or Sunday on extra sessions, but yeah. Okay, for sure we'll discuss that. Okay, sorry for that. Yep. Okay, so at the end we'll discuss one or two OOD designs as well. Okay, where we will be picking up one a problem statement where we asked you to like design and system for that thing, like simple things like parking lot. Okay, parking lot. If you are in an interview, if you are asked to design and parking lot, then how you gonna do that? So that is one kind of question that is very famous on OOD. And a chess game. Okay, chess game, a snake and ladders. So these are some of the basic questions which you can expect in an OOD interviews. Like basically OOD is being asked in kind of companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon. So you guys know, right? Nowadays even for interns, companies are asking, like few companies are asking a system designing as well. Okay, system designing. So it's not real, like they are not expecting you to design whole complex system. They expect you to design up to your expectations, like what you know. So you guys know what is oops, right? Like how you are going to implement and systems using oops. That's what they were looking for. Okay, up to my experiences which I have attended for. Okay, I have attended few startups where they expected me to design one a small parking lot. Okay, and coming to and big companies like Amazon. Okay, so in Amazon I have been asked to design one complex system. Though I am a fresher, they have asked me. And like it's not in India, it is for Amazon Europe. Okay, Luxembourg. So I can't reveal the exact question, but it's an kind of complex system design. They asked me to design the system and tell me all the services which includes that. Okay, so yeah, so have some basic idea on how systems has been designed, kind of stuff. Okay, there were plenty of blogs available. Just go through them. And if you are an like book person, like who loves to read books, then I highly recommend you guys to like if you are good at algos, then I highly recommend you guys to go through the system designing book of Alexa Yu, I guess. Alexa Yu. So which is very good, and which I follow the most as well. Okay. So now let's come to the topic. Now let's come to the topic. OOPS. So OOPS stands for object oriented programming. What does this object oriented programming means? Hi Shraddha. Sorry. Hi Shraddha. So let's come to one particular let's discuss one use case. Okay, then we'll try to assume, like let's try to build from that particular example. Okay, system designing book. Okay, system designing, like I don't recommend this book for freshers. Okay, for freshers. So if you are having 2 years of experience, and if you are very good at like DSA, then you need to go ahead with this particular book. Okay, otherwise it's an blank. Okay, you won't understand anything. which this particular like usually system designing topics expects you to have some experience, prior coding experience in developing REST APIs or backend kind of thing, mostly backend. Okay, so that's why I don't recommend this book for freshers. But yeah, if you have some time, just go through some basic concepts of system designing if you are having some free time. Okay, it will help you for your in your preparations. Okay, and now let's come to the point. Okay, object oriented programming. What is object oriented programming? Okay, I will let me start with one small example. Okay, so let's assume you are working in an like Apple company. You are working for Apple company. Okay, so let's assume uh, you are working for a team of releasing Apple 14. Okay, iPhone 14. Okay, now while preparing for the model, like you need to design the right, you need to design the mobile first. Before going on to the production, you need to design the mobile. Okay, after designing you will be having multiple pitches. Okay, pitches means you will be having presentations. Okay, where all the company heads and product managers will look into that presentation, and if it if they feel it is very good, then only they will take that particular iPhone 14 to the production, right? So here, just assume you are done with all the things, like you have designed one iPhone 14 model, and your product manager is so much impressed, and Apple company has decided to take that design to the production. Now tell me in production people are expecting around 1 million copies or 1 million iPhones. Okay, iPhone 14s. So now tell me, so as you are a designer, how many blueprints, okay, how many blueprints or models that you are gonna give to the production people? My question is, how many blueprints or models for reference you are going to give to the production people, like who are creating or whoever making your iPhone 14? Okay, so how many? So can I say answer is 1? Can I say the answer is 1? Can I say the answer is 1? One blueprint. Agrees that? Do you agree that I will give you only, like I will give only one blueprint to the production people? Based upon that blueprint, 1 million or a 10 million or 1 billion copies are being made. Do you agree that statement? Yes, you have to agree that. Okay, you will be giving only one particular blueprint to the people, and based upon that blueprint people start production. Okay, now here, what is the one thing that you are observing as a just as a programmer, so if I have if I have one blueprint, if I have one blueprint, I can create as many products I can, right? As many products I can, as many products I want. So here this particular blueprint we are calling it as a class. Okay, and the products, okay, and the products, let's say you have design, like you have made 1 million products out of that particular design. Now these 1 million things is being called as objects. Got it? Objects. So now let's try to define this class and object. So basically an object is a real world entity which has some existence. Okay, so you need to create an object for that, like you need to keep that alive. Okay, so based upon the some, you will be having some idea. Okay, this is what I want. Okay, this is how it should look like. Okay, so I need two cameras in back. I need one charger point, and it should support offline like wireless charging as well. So these are all the characteristics I want for an object. Okay, like let's say if I have defined my iPhone as my object, what are the properties it gonna have? It is gonna have an color, and it is gonna have a size, and it is gonna have cameras, like one camera or two cameras or kind of thing, right? And what are the behavior of an iPhone? What are all we can do with iPhone? What are all we can do with iPhone? So can I say calling? Can I say calling? Can I say playing? So here I have listed only few. So here these things are going to be as a behavior, sorry, states. These things are going to be behaviors and the names. Okay, color, a size, camera, these are the names which are being called as an identifiers for identity. Okay, for identity. Got it? So for every object you will be having these three states, like three points. Okay, state, behavior, identifier. Okay, so let's see another object. Okay, let's say person. Yes, person is also an object, right? So what do you think? Okay, if a person can have a name, ID, or Aadhaar ID. Okay, let's call Aadhaar. Then he belongs to some address, and he or she might have a mobile number, right? So no, someone is doing some kind of shit. Don't do that, yaar. So mobile, and let's say behaviors. So what are the behaviors of a person? Can I say behavior of a person is going to be walking and eating, sleeping? So I hope you got the things right. Like for every object you can represent these things: state, behavior, identifier. Okay, identity just a name, okay, that you are giving for an object. Properties. Okay, so you can consider anything. Let's say you can consider car as well. Okay, car, bike. Okay, where you can create as many products, like as many objects that you can. Okay, having one blueprint. Okay, so here can I say this is going to be my blueprint? And I say this is going to be my blueprint. Blueprint. Yes, blueprint. Now I am calling this particular blueprint, okay, as a my class. Okay, so here I can name this class as a iPhone. Okay, iPhone 11. Oh, sorry, iPhone 14. Okay, now whatever the products which I'm creating from that particular blueprint, I'm calling them as a objects. Let's say iPhone 1, iPhone 14 1, iPhone 14 2, iPhone 14 3. So as many which I want. I hope you got the what is class and what is the object. Are you clear as of now? Are you clear? Object and a class. Are you clear with this? Are you clear with this? Just let me know. Okay, so if you are still having doubt, please let me know. Okay, and you might wondering why I'm telling all these things, bro. Like whatever we have learned so far is also a programming. Why we need this? Okay, that is the use case. Okay, why we need this? Okay, just imagine as an like a software programmer. Okay, you wanted to design an iPhone 11, you wanted to code that for Now, do you want to go and create 1 million blueprints? Do you want to go and create every time for iPhone 1 you will be having color, you will be having size, you will be having a camera, so kind of thing. So just okay, just let me summarize this. Okay, sorry, let me summarize this. Let me summarize this. So just answer my questions. Okay, just answer my questions. You are a software developer. Okay, and you wanted to design the iPhone 11. Okay, iPhone 14, whatever it might be. Now you are going to create an first phone. Okay, first phone which is an iPhone 1, and as like I want iPhone 2, 3, 4, 5, like that I want 1 million mobiles. Okay, so can you go and create, so for iPhone 1 can you go and create one blueprint where you will be mentioning its size, like a size 6 inches, color blue, and then cameras, it should have two cameras. So for again, for iPhone 2 you are gonna say size 6 inches, camera one black, you will be having cameras, three cameras. So for again, do you wanna repeat the same? Do you wanna repeat the same for 1 million times? 1 million times. So here values might change. Okay, the value for color might be sometimes blue, sometimes pink, sometimes white, sometimes black, but I'm asking the properties of the iPhone is gonna change. Properties of the iPhone is gonna change. That's my question. Will the properties of the iPhone is gonna change? No, whatever the phone you pick, it is going to have size, it is gonna to have camera, it is going to have some uh okay color, right? So the properties are same, might be property values are changing. Okay, that we can handle, that we can handle while creating. Okay, but you are not interested to create the same task. Let's assume, okay, you want 1 million iPhone products. Okay, let's assume each iPhone has three properties three properties. Now since you are creating 1 million, so if you write code for every time, okay, manually, then it is gonna have 3 million lines, 3 million lines, right? 3 million lines. So who has that much of patience? Okay, who wants to do the same task again? So here the principality here is, okay, the principality here is uh Vora. Okay, like write once. Okay, use as many times you want. Okay, write once, use as many times you want. So this is the principality of oops. Create it once. Okay, you can use as many times you want. Okay, that is the principality of oops. Okay, so here the properties, okay, the blueprint, okay, the blueprint is calling as an class, and object is gonna call as an like sorry an like mission, kind of one product. Okay, let's see how to code this. Okay, might be you will be getting some good picture after seeing some code. Okay, so we'll try to code this up. Yeah, so let's say we have a class, okay, so called iPhone 14. Okay, iPhone 14, and so let's say as of now pass it. Now I wanted to create iPhone 1. Okay, iPhone 4, iPhone 1. Okay, like first product. Okay, let's say product 1. Okay, so the product 1 is going to be like every product might have if you wanted to, okay, just forget about classes. Okay, if you wanted to develop this, then you need an dictionary, right, where a size, okay, for every product you will be having size 6, and then a color, Okay, so I'm not writing in perspective of oops. Okay, I'm just writing this in a normal case. Okay, so color as a first, let's say black. Okay, black. Then it is gonna have a camera. I'm not an iPhone user. I'm not that much rich, but I'm just saying for the sake of easiness. Okay, so camera, we can have a let's have three cameras. Now this is going to be product one. Okay, if I wanted to create a product two, like again, what do I need to do? I need to do the same task again, right? So product two, sorry, sorry, again it is going to have an product 2. So product 2, so it is gonna change the things like size is going to be 5 inches and color is going to be blue. Okay, now if I want, okay, if I want 1 million products, then I should write 1 million dictionaries. Is that possible? Is that possible? No. Who cares? Okay, who cares? So what I will do now, so just erase this. Okay, just erase that as of now. So I will create an one blueprint. Okay, I will create a one blueprint where, let's say, I will explain everything, just wait. Okay, so I will tell you what is this def IN90 and all. Def IN90. Okay, what is this def IN80 and all? Just have some patience. Okay, first listen to me. So then we will be having size, then we will be having color, then we will be having camera. So I will say, okay, this as of now, let's pass this now. So now what is this def IN90? Okay, basically this is an constructor. We call this as a constructor. Okay, we call this as a constructor. So what is a constructor? So if you know anything about constructor, so please let me know, okay, in the chat session. If not, please, so constructor is an a constructor will have every constructor is belongs to one particular class. Okay, which helps us to assign the variables. Okay, assign the values to the assign the values to the blueprint. Okay, so here let's say okay, now I wanted to go and create an product one first. Okay, product one. So how can I give that? So iPhone 11, sorry, iPhone 14. So at first I will be mentioning the size. Let's say size as a 5 and color as a blue. Okay, I love blue. Okay, so blue. And then camera, it is going to have a three cameras. Okay, now again I will go and create another product called 2. Okay, again it is going to be for iPhone only. So this time 6 inches. Okay, color white, and then camera only, it has only 2 cameras. Okay, so it can be called as iPhone 14 beta or anything. Okay, so now I have to assign these values to the I need to assign this value to the prod 1. I need to assign these values to the prod 2, product 2, right? So I will just go self dot, I will let you know what is a self as well. Okay, so as of now, just think IN90 is a constructor which helps us to assign the values to the blueprint. Okay, assign the object values to the blueprint. Now what does this self do? Okay, so if you wanted to know, just go and hover it on self. Okay, so yeah, you are not getting anything. Okay, so self is an kind of pointer which points you to the current object. Okay, I will tell you the use case, okay, while showing the difference. Okay, so just as of now, follow me. So a size, then self dot a color. Okay, it is going to be color, and a self dot camera is going to be camera. Okay, done. Now let's come back. Okay, so now for this iPhone, we will be giving an behavior called a print iPhone. Okay, production. Okay, production of iPhone. So let's say diff. Okay, it is going to be a function here. Okay, production, or let's say print, or okay, print iPhone. Okay, now it is gonna take self by default. So now at first I will say self dot uh, self dot size. Okay, let's take another variable here, which is a name. Okay, name. So which helps us to point to the name as well. Okay, it will be better use case. So let's say prod1. Okay, and it is going to be prod2. Okay, now at first let's print a name, and then print a self dot a size, then print a self dot color, then print a self dot a camera. Okay, done. Okay, done. So now I will first call. Okay, here I will call something. So here I will call production1 dot, okay, print phone. Okay, print phone. So production2 dot print print phone. So let's say here I'm just saying that I am printing prod1. Now here I will say printing prod2. Okay, now let's execute this piece of code, then I will explain everything whatever it is on our playground now. Okay, now if I click on execute, okay, iPhone has no attribute. Okay, sorry, I forgot to assign it. Okay, self dot a name is going to be a name. Okay, now let's execute this. Now what I got, first I am saying that I am printing prod1. Okay, so it's just a function call kind of thing. Okay, so execution starts from here. Okay, so I am printing prod1. After that it is saying that prod1 dot print iPhone. So whenever it is being called, it will go here. Okay, go to the seventh line, go to the seventh line, then it will execute this piece of code. Okay, then come back, and it will print I am printing prod2. Then again I am calling prod2 dot print iPhone. So again it will go here. So what is the different thing that you have identified? So do we have two print iPhones? Do we have two print iPhones? Do we have two names? Like did we created this function two times? No, no. Based upon the object, like based upon the name, we are calling this prod1 as an object here. Okay, this object, the values are being changing, right? So whenever I am calling with prod1, I got the prod1 details, like prod1, this one. Okay, now whenever I am calling with the prod2, I got the prod2 details. So how do you think it is working? So it is the help of self. Okay, it is the help of self. So what does this self do? So self helps us to pointing to the current object. Okay, current object. So what is this init? So this init is called as a constructor. Okay, so constructor is used to assign the properties, or states, whatever you call it as a, to the blueprint, to the blueprint object. Got it? Understood? Understood? And there is another thing that you guys need to know. So this one, so we basically call this as a function, but whenever you will be writing the function inside a class, a function inside a class, you need to call it as a method. Okay, a function inside a class is called as a method. A function outside a class is called as a function. Okay, hope you got the difference. Okay, so let me clear what are all you guys are seeing here. Okay, let me clear everything. Okay, so at first our programming execution starts here. Okay, so I am creating an object of iPhone 11. Okay, iPhone 14. So iPhone 14 is not an function here or method. So how we are going to call? So basically, if whenever we are creating like this, like if you are representing, okay, you are passing it to the a class name, it is gonna used it for constructor. Okay, constructor. So you can't directly call this underscore underscore init. Okay, so if you want to create an objects for iPhone 14, then you should pass these things to the iPhone 14. So by default it will go to the constructor. Okay, so and all these were of objects, okay, like properties of a iPhone. Okay, now you are done creating this. Okay, so when you call prod1, you will be creating a prod1 name, size of 5 and blue and a color of 3. Okay, this is how it will create in your memory. Okay, this is how it will create in your memory. Now so and one thing I would like to point out here is, so basically yeah, no. Okay, I will let you know that tomorrow, okay, while discussing another topic. Yeah. So these are all properties and we are initializing them to the properties. Okay, and this is a print iPhone is a method. Okay, print iPhone is a method, and self is a pointer. Self is a pointer which points to the current object. Current object. And init is a constructor. And class keyword is used to define the class. Okay, and is there anything that you guys are seeing here and you are not knowing that? Okay, I hope you guys are good now, like whatever you are seeing on screen you are able to understand it. Okay, now I will go and tell you something. Okay, now so if you want to know, like still if you have some doubts, okay, let me erase these things. Okay, now let's say I will print prod1 dot name. Okay, if I want the name of prod1, okay, I have created an object with the name of prod1. Now I wanted to know the name of that. So like so now what I can do, like, okay, so I just wanted to know the color of that. Okay, so prod1 dot color. Now if I execute this, what I will get? I will get a blue color. This is the color of a object one is blue. Yes, it is. Okay, this is how you can access the values. You will be knowing them. Okay, now it's okay, bro, we are good as of now. Okay, and if I print prod1, like if I print prod1 now, what I will get? Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. You are saying that main dot iPhone iPhone 14 object at this particular location. This is an ID, right? So if you remember, while discussing the data types, I have told you the type and ID. Okay, so how you gonna know ID and all? So ID is the location where we will be storing our object. Okay, so now let's print the prod2. And if I execute this, I will be getting the another address location. It means that we are creating for one class but two objects which pointing to the two classes, like two memory locations which are storing in two memory location. Okay, but they both belongs to the same iPhone. Okay, same iPhone 12 but two products. Okay, so basically it consumes two memories here. So it is initially iPhone 14, and iPhone 14 has two classes. Okay, which is prod 1 and prod 2. Okay, and this is going to use one memory and this is going to use one memory. Okay, but same size. Okay, whatever we are having here, the same size is going to be for anything. Okay, but a different memory locations. And if you see, like whenever you print any type of variables in Python, you will get a class str, class int. Okay, class int. So now you got the answer for your question, what is this class here, right? So all the integer type values are being created under integer class. Okay, integer class. And all the string typed values are being created for the string class. Okay, so in Python everything is mapped together as an object and class. Okay, so there is nothing like we don't know what is object programming or object oriented programming, still we are using Python. It's nothing like that. So whatever piece of code you wrote in Python is also like everything is going to map under class and object concept. Okay, so you got the use case of class and object, use case of oops and class and object. So if you still have doubts, please let me know in the chat. Okay, so I guess as of now we are good. Okay, as of now we are good. Still, if you have any questions, please let me know. I am more happy to answer them as well. Now let's go on. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, the next question. So remember, oops are very important. Okay, very important. Okay, irrespective of the company which you are aiming for, oops are very important. Okay, just remember this thing. If you don't understand oops concept, then I'm pretty much sure that you won't understand the implementation of data structures as well. Okay, so you will be using this particular concept while implementing data structures manually. So now let's move on to the another question. So as of now, let's discuss few interview questions being asked on whatever we have seen. Okay, so if you are watching this video, please take a pen and note this everything. Okay, questions in an interview on oops. Okay, so whenever you are talking about oops, okay, whenever you are talking about oops, real world examples are very important. Okay, so here we have seen iPhone and we have seen person. Okay, so like just like that, you need to create two more examples. Okay, two more examples on your own. Okay, on your own, try to take one object just like car, okay, then house, okay, kind of thing, and try to create states behavior of that. Okay, then you will get to know how it works exactly, and you can explain these things in a better manner if you are in an interview. Okay, so whenever someone is asking you an oops concepts in an interview, they are expecting you to give some real world examples, not the standard definitions. Okay, now, okay, for whatever, so almost in oops we will be discussing 6 concepts. For each concepts have at least 2 examples. Okay, at least 2 examples. Don't repeat same example again and again. Okay, if you are in an interview, so don't repeat the same example again and again. Okay, it will be boredom. Okay, interviewers are not interested in that. So first question, what is oops? What is oops? What is the need of oops? What is the need? Okay, where do we use them in real world? Okay, so this is the questions based upon the oops. And then like 2 3 4, like types of oops. Types of oops or types, few people call it as types, few people call it as functionalities, few people call it as uh, a kind of things. What are the things have comes under oops kind of stuff. Okay, so I was unable to recollect the name exactly. So yeah, so here this is going to be a little tricky question. Okay, so as a freshers, okay, as a freshers we study oops as part of our college curriculum. Okay, we study them in the textbooks, we study from the textbooks. Or like, so while I was studying, I was not known to the websites. Okay, I used to study from the either textbooks, which are standard textbooks, and principal, like faculty PPTs. Okay, so they used to mention six, there were six types of oops. Okay, six principles, sorry, principles. Okay, oops. But when I was preparing for my interviews in my final year, I got to know that there are only four types of oops are exist in the industrial purpose. Okay, industrial manner. Okay, industrial purpose. So I still remember when I was in my very first interview, that was for the TCS. Yeah, TCS Code Vita. So he has asked me there are how many types of oops principles are there. I told him six, and he asked me, no, there are only four types, just correct your answer. So then I said, quickly I said, sir, there were six. Okay, class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. But as industry concerns, only four types, which excluding class and object. Okay, so if you are in an interview, please tell the both answers. Okay, so that you won't get into a trap. Okay, like if you are not interested to be taken chance, okay, just to be on safe side, just tell them, sir, as of my I studied from my textbooks, there were six types, but while I was exploring on the internet, I got to know that in industry we will be using only four types. Okay, now next question, define a class and object. Okay, define class and object. Yeah, don't spam here. And like again, real world examples. Okay, real world examples for class and object. And what is a constructor? What is a constructor? And what is a self keyword? What is a self keyword? And what is a purpose? Okay, purpose. Okay, and like difference between function and method. Okay, difference between function and method. And yeah, that's pretty much. So these are the questions that you can expect on the concepts which we have discussed so far. Okay, you can see there were 9 questions that you can expect from in an interview, like, but we have seen only two oops concepts, which is class and object, but 9 questions. Okay, so it matters a lot. Oops matters a lot if you are aiming for packages of 3.5 to 5 lakhs. Okay, 5 lakhs. So above 5 lakhs they will ask you DSA and all, but in between the range of 3.5 to 5, you will be asked only basic programming questions which we have seen in our course, and the oops concepts. That's it. Okay, now now the question comes. Okay, sorry, yeah. Now the question comes, how many types of oops are there? How many types of oops? So if you are in an interview, if your interviewer ask you this particular question, so if I am the student, okay, then I can answer, sir, uh, while I was studying OOPS in my second year from a standard textbook, so I got to know that there were six OOPS concepts, which are namely class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, data abstraction, and encapsulation. Okay, and after listing all these six, then tell them, but while I was exploring on the web, like I was exploring on the Google, I got to know that up to in industry standards, okay, in industry purpose, people use only four. Okay, people feel that there were only four OOPS principles. There were inheritance, polymorphism, data abstraction, encapsulation. Okay, so if you answer like this, then you won't get into a trap. Okay, so interviewer will get satisfied as well. So if you like, just imagine if you tell these four and interviewer expecting six, then again negative. And if your interviewer expecting four and if you have told six, then again it is going to disturb your interview performances. Okay, so just to be on safe side, so please mention both. Okay, then he will take care of that. So as of now we are done with class, we are done with object. Now we'll see what is inheritance. Okay, we'll see what is inheritance. So before going on to the inheritance, I want you guys to practice. Okay, like create a blueprint for, okay, create a blueprint for a car. Okay, car, and on a bank account. Yes, bank account. Okay, bank account. And like whenever you are creating a class, just mention, create some objects as well. Okay, it's up to you, like what are the states and behavior that you want to know include. Okay, so it's up to you, I don't want to complain you. And I will tell you one hack, like how can you like while practicing, how can you write the all these things in like, so if you are writing code, it's very simple, but if you are writing it on your notebook, so how to represent this? Let's say if I am representing for iPhone, I will put iPhone 14. Okay, then I will put a line here, then I will mention all the states, means variables. Okay, so a size, a color, and a camera, and model if it has. Okay, after that I will again after having after finishing all the things, then again I will create this line. Okay, then I will write all the behaviors. Okay, it is going to be on calling and so playing, and we have seen printing as well. Okay, so it's a very good manner. Okay, if you are in an interview, if you write something like this, so it will be a good looking. So it is class name, and these are properties or states, whatever you call it as a, and these are all the behaviors. Okay, so like so basically after coming to an organization, you if you are like if your colleagues, like, or your manager or people, so if they cares more, then you will be having a lot of designs. Okay, let's say if you are working for an Amazon. Okay, so if you are joining Amazon pay team. Okay, so how to know, so you are a fresher, you don't know anything how the system has been designed, how it works, like whenever I click on a payment, how this works and all. So you will be given an UML diagrams. UML diagrams, which in terms called as architectures. Okay, so which are represented in this particular manner. Okay, so yeah, okay, it will represent in this particular manner, and from they will having some connections. Okay, from this particular class we will be going to this class, and we are making a call here. Okay, something like that. Okay, so by using that images, so you don't need to go to the whole code, right? So you can just go through those EML diagrams or architecture, and then you will get to know what are all the classes are there and how it is being called to one class to another class. Okay, so how your Amazon P has been communicating with other services. Okay, so this is what and companies have for you if you are joining an organization. Okay, so yeah, don't underestimate these diagrams. Okay, so if you are underestimate now, you will suffer in future. Okay, so try to have some clear picture. Okay, just go to YouTube and search for, like, not go to Google and search for UML diagrams. You will get a plenty of things. Okay, and so yeah, time is up as well, and you can ask me anything. So we have 4 more minutes, and I don't want to start another new topic. Okay, like inheritance is gonna take a full day tomorrow. Okay, so it is gonna take, definitely it is gonna take 1 hour, 1.5 hour, which is very very important. Okay, worth discussing. Oops concepts is one of my favorite concepts, because like I belong to tier 3 or tier 4 college. Okay, so where we aim for only for 3.5 or 4 lakh packages. So we used to focus more on oops concepts only, because if we know oops concepts, like the one thing that you need to remember while preparing oops is, companies don't ask you to implement the code, they don't ask you to write the code for the oops. Okay, they will just ask you to tell the real world examples. Okay, use cases, that's it. Okay, they won't ask you to write whole code for iPhone thing. Okay, so either they will ask you to tell me the real world examples, or if you are attempting any product based companies, then they will ask you to draw these images. Okay, draw these diagrams. Okay, tell like explain in this particular manner. Okay, it's very easy. Okay, so you are clearly mentioning the things. So yeah, I will come up with an one case of use case. Okay, where let's design some parking lot. Okay, at the end of the day, so that you will get to know what is an OOD. Okay, object oriented design, like how you need to design while considering what are all the things you need to considering while in an interview kind of stuff. Okay, so now as of now, let's finish this, and if you have any questions you can ask me. Okay, still we have some time, 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, and if you are in a third year or second year, so please join in LinkedIn. Okay, so I can see plenty of internship opportunities are coming up. So just be on online. Okay, try to follow some yeah, LinkedIn influencers, or there was plenty of people right there who are posting about job updates and internship updates. Okay, so you can follow them, and then you will get notified whenever there is an job openings. So it will, you can apply for them. Okay, and so use Telegram as well. Okay, so while I was preparing for my internships or interviews, I rigorously used Telegram. Okay, there were some off-campus opportunity groups. Okay, where they will be posting all the off-campus job opportunities, and then they like you can apply them if you are an good at DSA and all. So yeah, that is one other choice, and there is another choice called LinkedIn. Okay, there were a plenty good amount of people right there who are posting about jobs and all, so I can see these days. so you can follow them as well. So done for the day. So tomorrow we'll discuss about inheritance. Okay, this whole week till Friday we will be discussing only oops. So please don't miss this entire classes of oops. It's very important. Okay, so now see you guys, and we'll catch up tomorrow at the same time. Bye bye.